What's up, everybody? This is going to be your, oops, can you see that? Daily Tarot Insight reading, and this is for Friday, April the 26th, 2019, and this will be a Fairy Friday energy reading. So, yeah, shout out to my fairy family. This is for you. I want to make sure we can see the table. There we go. Alright, so before I do, I ask for highest guidance, truth, and clarity. I call to the Most High God to step through this reading. And all that are meant to receive this message, may they be here, they may be sound to hear this message. I ask that my spiritual team who lovingly guide me and assist me, surround me during this reading. I call to the Archangel Michael to guide me and assist me through this reading as well, and protect me from any distractions, any lower vibrational energies or intent. Anything that is within us that are gathered in this reading that is not of our highest good, that is of a lower vibration or negative intention, be removed. Anybody that is fighting against us, that has any ill intentions towards us, whether that be known or unknown to us, known and unknown to them, that their intentions or their energy be moved, be blocked, be sent back to wherever it came from. Anything that we came here heavy on our hearts today that is meant to block us and keep us stuck, be removed and set at the door and shut the door behind us. I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm just going with it. Anyone that is involved with these energies for the collective outside of the viewers, I ask for permission to tap into their energies. And I also ask for protection from anything within them that is not of the highest good. Anything or anyone attached to them that is not of the highest good in this reading be also blocked out. And that this reading is double sealed and protected with love, light energy, and protective, powerful energies. Warrior's energies. Anything or anybody that's not meant to be here, any intentions that you set forth will be destroyed immediately. In the name of the Most High God, I thank you. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you to my spirit guides, my ancestors, the guardians of the universe who are here to help us. Those who are watching, your ancestors and spiritual guides who lovingly guide you and assist you and are also a part of the divine love plan. I thank you for being here and joining us. Let's go ahead and get into it. What was going on just there? Patience, please. What you're asking for is coming about. Have patience, as there are unseen factors that need to occur first. Okay. Patience. So you got perfect timing. It says this is the right time for you to move forward. So I'm going to pull 5 cards because I see what's going on here. Express your individuality. Allow your true self to shine because you are awesome. New career. Your work focus is shifting in a positive, new, and successful direction. What am I doing? I'm tripping, y'all. Your wish is granted. What you've asked for is coming true. And I'm going to clarify it with tarot. Alright, so Spirit is asking you to be patient. So meaning that patience is only you being in a place of stillness and receptivity to meet what you've been asking for, or for that thing that you've been asking for to meet you. So it's kind of like you have to be in that vibration to match it. So patience is not this energy where you're just here to waste time and be bored and worry and stress, because if you're being guided to have patience, Spirit is telling you that it's coming. So just think of when you're at a restaurant and you place an order and you're waiting. You have to be patient. You know, they might give you, oh, you know, your food will be out in 15-30 minutes, and you're like, cool, okay, or whatever. So you have to have patience within that time, because it's not guaranteed that that thing is your food, whatever you've ordered, is going to come in the exact time as they said it would. But you know nonetheless that what you place an order for is inevitably coming. So there might be a delay. They might say, hey, it's going to take a little while to cook this, blah, blah, blah. Do you mind? And you're like, cool. That's the same thing with the things that you asked for within your truest heart's desire. But you're struggling because you feel like, no, it's time right now. Like, it's got to be time right now, or I want it to be right now, or I'm going to do what it takes to make it the right time. And this is your challenge, because you want to move forward right now when Spirit is telling you to be patient. and they're telling you, like, please, like, work with us. Patience, please, like, please, can be patient. Like, ground your energy. Express your individuality is your approach. So you have allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. So your approach right now is to focus on who you are and who you came here to be. You see this woman, she might look tacky, you know, to some. She might look tacky and crazy, like, what is she wearing? Her bags don't match, her shoes don't match, what has she got on? Her hat is ugly as hell, what the hell is she wearing? But she's got her, you see, she's got her chin up. You're never too old and you're never too young to live your best life and be you. And I feel like that comes with expressing yourself naturally as you are, not as some robotic person or who you think others would like you to be or what you were taught to be. You have to break free of all of that, and that takes courage in itself, because it could be because of religion, it could be because of culture, tradition, that you have this identity. And a lot of you are afraid to speak your truth because something within your lineage or your culture or religion causes you to put yourself in a box. Spirit is going to surround you by people that you might feel uncomfortable around because these people are being their authentic self, versus you might also be uncomfortable around people that are not their authentic self. But I feel some of you may be inspired by people that are just them, naturally just do them, versus those that you see conforming. So in other ways, I feel either way it goes, have compassion, because I feel we were all at one point or still are struggling with individuality truly as ourselves, not what other people have manufactured us to be starting from birth, and society and media and whatever, school, education, whatever we've been taught, parents, all of that is a big enough battle. But I feel a lot of people, you know, you're already coming into you're starting to embrace yourself more and more and know that it's okay. You've always known that you've been different, but it's one thing to fully accept that you're different and really embrace it. Spirit's also telling you to focus on new adventures, like new business ventures or new creative things. It doesn't have to be about money. Creativity can be hobbies. It could be exercise and whatever it is, reading, whatever you feel guided to do. Focus on shifting your energy in a positive new way. For a lot of you, it's going to be new aspects within an existing career, like a promotion or moving, relocating, a new job, starting your own business, whatever it is. For a lot of you, that's where Spirit wants you to place your focus, because a lot of you are individuals that are entrepreneurs or leaders in your workplaces. So that's why Spirit's telling you to embrace yourself right now. You got to focus on you. So whatever else you're asking about, Spirit's not saying that it's not coming. It's just not where you need to focus right now. Because it's like we play on our phones, or we talk to people amongst us at the table, at the restaurant, or whatever we do. We are enjoying that moment. We're not worried about when our food is coming. Sometimes every now and then we'll be like, damn, they said 10 minutes, like, what's going on? I'm just getting takeout, why is it taking so long? But you distract yourself, whether you're in the car at the drive-thru listening to music or whatever, or you're on the phone talking to somebody or whatever, you fall asleep real quick, whatever, you're just living, you're being present within yourself. You're not focusing on when is it coming, basically, because you know it's coming. So you got to be in that state of expectation. And then you have your wishes granted. What you've asked for is coming. So Spirit is like almost like constantly trying to reassure you that what you've been asking for, the true desires, I want to be careful with that, the things that are truly of your highest good that you've asked for, maybe even blessings and conclusions and resolutions and things like that you've asked for, you don't even know consciously that you've asked for, and that may be the very thing that is coming. But I feel like this is something that you're impatient about, and it could be anything. The Three of Swords wanted to come out. So yeah, y'all, there's still emotional attachment, and your biggest energy that you're vibrating for some is the lack of what you're wanting and worrying about whether it's coming. And I feel with the Two of Cups, the Two of Chalices, that this has something to do with love for a lot of you, or something that you would love to do or love to experience or love to witness in your life. You've been hanging on to this very tightly, and there's already a cup in this mermaid's hand, or I don't know if it's mermaid fairies. These are fairies, but one of them's a mermaid. Um, she has a cup in her hand. Her cup is full where she's at right now, but it's like energetically we may be focusing on the lack of what we don't have and focusing on the potential disappointment. And we're at this energy where it's very important, this phase and this time and this paradigm, where we're being triggered by our past constantly. We're being reminded because we're starting, and whether these are outside forces that mean us harm, that want to get in our ear, buzz in our ear, and trip us up and block us and prevent us from moving forward, it's not going to work. Because there's more angelic beings around this person than there is this little shadow energy, this shadow figure, which I feel is the shadow energy. But also you have to be careful at what looks like is pure, because this white, it's like this fairy coming out of the paper. She's helping this woman. It's like she's telling her through the paper, inspiring her to write this infinity symbol. So this infinity infinity symbol could represent abundance, power, or it can also represent never-ending energy, whether that's a good or bad. So it's kind of like also be discerning of what looks good on paper, which can keep you trapped in the same cycles. So follow your divine guidance. There's going to always be outside noise. There's always going to be this person that may have guidance, wisdom for you. There may be this guide, and then plus your angels, plus your ancestors, plus God. But the one source that you need to pay attention to is this big, the loudest voice, the loudest energy, which is not your ego, because sometimes the ego is very loud, but that energy that you pay attention to, that you really respect, and you honor that voice, not in fear, but in a sense of trust and urgency and importance, because you have the option to rewrite your past, or you can write a new chapter. It's up to you with the Judgment card. The bottom card is the devil. Yeah, you're gonna have all types of traps and snails and enemies and things that are against you, but or people even, or things. But you gotta know that God is bigger than that, or your angels, or the universe, whatever. You gotta know that what's created you is bigger than that. And it's only fear. So let's move on to the love energies. I'm excited to see what comes out of that. So let's see. So whatever you are in your love life, whatever your status is, it does not matter. For those of you who are here also seeking love advice and clarity about your love life and existing connections and relationships, and you're seeking the truth, you're open to the truth no matter if it hurts. You're open to clarity no matter if it hurts. You're open to hear what it is that the Most High God has to say to you. I ask for divine protection surrounding the hearts that are open to hear and receive this message. I ask that anything that may try to sneak in and deceive them and instill fear or whatever other lower vibrational energies and distractions be bounded and sent back to sender wherever it came from and blocked and never to return again. Thank you. I ask that the Archangel Michael and Raphael come in and protect these hearts. These pure hearts that are open, that are seeking love, and the hearts that are afraid to come and open up, that they be healed right now. Thank you, Archangel Raphael. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Take in that healing light. Take in the green energy that Archangel Raphael is sending to you. Don't be afraid to let that energy in. If you are afraid, ask for discernment, ask for clarity, ask for, and know that you are already protected and no one outside of you can hurt you or harm you. Thank you. Emotional freedom. The silver waterfall. The rainbow reviver. Y'all are cleansing connection. The divine feminine. Alright. You guys are cleansing your energies. You're freeing yourself from a lot of things that have bound you and kept you stuck and kept you cold from not wanting to release the desire for love, release the desire to connect with people, period. To feel like you belong. You've sought that out your life, I feel, for a lot of you, or your desire was to relate and be one with people, and something happened to where it blocked that off for you. I feel you have like this rainbow energy. There's a lot of rainbows in these cards. You got 3 rainbow references, a unicorn. You guys are very unique. You have so much to offer, so much energy to give. You're a high vibrancy, and you capped that energy off and you close it off. You suppress it for far too long. Um, you've always had the gift of wisdom to help people in ways that you don't even know that you're helping them, whether it be through music, whether it be through writing, whether it be through cooking, whether it be through making somebody laugh, whether it be through hugs, whether it be through a text message, whether it be just by being you, that you help people also feel that love and that openness. But it's like this fear of, what do they want from me? What is their angle? Do they want something from me? Do they like me? Are they really, do they really genuinely like me? Do they really genuinely appreciate me, want to be around me? Or are they using me? Are they playing me? And you're being cleared and cleansed of all that energy so that you can get back in alignment with your true energy, your true essence and your true aura. It's like you hold all auras, if that makes sense, like blues, reds, yellows, greens. Like, you carry all the auras. You have a rainbow energy. You're a rainbow child, and you have this very high, it's like high dimensional energy and aura. And I feel like you need to cleanse whatever it is that's trying to put a cap on that, whether that be through your own will or through others, allowing others. But you got to release that. Yeah, there's something preventing you with the Knight of Swords in reverse. Something is preventing you from cutting off those voices, or those things that other people said to you, those things that you've told yourself that have dimmed your light, and has also kept you iced cold and numb to feeling anything. And when you do feel something, the hell with that. No, I'm frozen again. I'm ice cold. I don't want to feel it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to. No. Because you got the 2 of Cups that also came out in reverse at first. And I feel, again, this has something to do with your relationships. It's preventing you from your soul tribe, your divine love, whether you have someone special in your life right now. And this stubbornness and this coldness, and I feel it comes from both people, not just one person, but you got to do you. You got to focus on yourself for what you got to heal, and let that other person be free and heal what they need to heal on their own, if that's what it calls for. And even if you know of this person or you don't, you never met them, again, you're energetically connected. So whatever you're dealing with, they're going through, maybe in their own way, but nonetheless, because you're connected. Ace of Swords, you guys know that you have to clear something, but you're so afraid of confronting your shadows. You're so afraid of what you might see, and that your illusion is shattered, or what you thought to be true is not true. It's like you have these types of fears, and you got to let them go. And I know this energy all too well. It's called control. Control. Trying to control things that are really not even anything you can control anyway in the first place. The Rainbow Reviver. And I had to hear that. One of my friends hit me over the head with that. Like, I never had control in the first place. Like, I think I do. Because even though we speak of our higher selves, obviously our higher selves is an aspect of us, but it's another aspect and energy of us. It's a whole other, it's working on its own frequency. So obviously we don't completely have control, if you understand what I'm saying. And our higher self connected to all that is as well, that's a higher other energy that's also giving the higher self the permission to guide and to lead you spiritually and physically, energetically. The Rainbow Reviver represents spirit wanting you to get back to this. This is like an adult that, it's like this Drew Barrymore. I always see this card as Drew Barrymore energy. Like what she's portrayed as, at least. Her character in movies is usually the woman that has like a playful inner child. Like, it's almost like an innocence. Even when it's like a romantic movie and, whatever. But it's still like this childlike energy, this free-flowing, liberated, open-hearted, warm-hearted type of energy that you naturally have. And it's like, slowly but surely, I feel like you're getting to that. And Spirit is wanting you to go back to this. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is going back to that purity and heart, that almost like that youngness, because you got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I feel something happened to you as a child that promoted this block of not wanting to open up. Something happened to you. You saw something, or something was done to you directly that made you cut off your rainbow aura and energy. And maybe because it made somebody uncomfortable, or maybe if it made someone uncomfortable, it was like you were a child that didn't play by what children's rules are. Like my daughter is like this, like, and sometimes she puts me not in my place in a disrespectful way, but she makes me change my perception that certain, and it's not like, oh, I'm gonna let my child, you know, do this and do that, you know, like I'm letting them figure life out on their own. Not necessarily that way, but certain things that we do, that we were taught that we have to control our children a certain way, and this is the way that you do it, and blah blah blah, and that's going to keep them straight. I don't know how many people can attest to this, but no matter what your parents told you, not always did we follow rules. It made us more defiant for some. For some, we were spooked. We didn't want to disrespect our parents. I did a lot of things that I knew that I wasn't supposed to do, but I also didn't do things I knew I had no business doing, because I knew the consequences. But there's things in life that I feel like you're meant to experience and explore, and your children, we don't really control them at the end. We're not even meant to control anything or anybody. We don't have power. We shouldn't. It's like we are all family, soul tribe. We all have a resonance. And yes, we may have earthly titles and labels. We have to flow in the energy of acceptance and love, in a sense. Of course, tough love is needed with your children because you're teaching them morals and things like that. But in some ways, you know, oh, you can't have any friends because I don't trust the girls you go to school with. It's like you're not allowing your children to form their own intuition and their own opinions and learn lessons on their own. Because, like I said, you can only do so much, because you can tell your kids don't have sex or don't smoke weed. But guess what? How many of y'all did that when your parents told you not to? So it's not that your parents were in the wrong or that you were in the wrong necessarily, but it's like you guys were blocked from being your authentic self as a child because it didn't fit the mold, and it made the parental figure or the teachers or whatever, or the media, what they show kids on TV doing, it shows like this is not a good child, or this is going to be a bad adult someday, or this is wrong, or for you to question certain things at a young age, or for you to want to mingle with different groups of people, even though your parents are saying, oh, you shouldn't hang out with black kids, or you need to not hang out with those types of girls, and because, oh, they're wearing makeup, you know, judging people rather than allowing their child to find themselves and be who they are, because we did it anyway, right? So we don't control anything at the end of the day, because, and that's another thing Spirit's trying to teach us, is surrender. We don't control anything. We don't control everything, at least. Connection. Focusing on your connection that you desire, and really listen. Some of you guys need to listen when it comes to something about your connection. Listen to your partner. Listen to your friends, listen to your family, if it resonates with your heart and soul. But I feel music, something is like music to your ears. So remain focused, not obsessive, not waiting or anticipating, anticipating, yes, but not in an expectation type of energy. Be open to receive what the universe or God is going to tell you, or what may come through with from someone else about a connection, because it will sound like music to your ears. That's what I'm getting. It's a message that's coming about love and relationships. Some of you guys may be receiving a message from a loved one, or you might be guided to send one. But the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles tells me that your focus is on freeing yourself from anything. It's like freeing yourself from being heavily focused on what you're going to get out of something. Because just know that you're going to be abundant. Like, Spirit got all types of tricks and all types of gifts out here for us. So by focusing on one specific way of getting it or doing it is going to keep you mentally restricted and stuck. So remain open. And I don't feel like that just pertains to romantic love or relationships, period. I feel like this can be all with whatever life situation you're in. But the divine feminine is the conclusion of this energy. The divine feminine energy is nurturing, it's present, it's self-respecting and honoring, it's unconditional love in different ways that it fits. You know, unconditional love is not conditional, like I love you the way that I love this person, or I love you only if, or you know, only under this circumstance, or you know, how you make me feel or what you made me feel. Like if you made me feel like shit, then I don't love you right now. I can't stand you. I don't care about you. F you. But then when you make me feel good, it's like, oh, I'm so in love. I love this person. Or, oh, they're such a good friend. But the next minute, they're an asshole. So the divine feminine is unconditional love. And they love genuinely. They love based off of accepting and welcoming what is and who people are for who they are and loving them unconditionally. That doesn't mean that you have to put up with people's mess, but you will see the heart of a person. But you will also have self-respect and self-boundaries when it comes to your self-love. You may also give tough love to those. You know, if anybody disrespects you, you might cut that person off and tell them, you know what, I don't deserve that. You need to get your ish together, and still love them at the same time and live your life and still wish them well. You know, it's the divine feminine is not a weak-minded individual or energy. It's not a pushover energy. It's not based off in fear. It's not based off of conditions. It's not based off of the ego, solely based off of self, because you do have to have a healthy self-esteem within yourself, but you also have to be open as well as remaining bound, you know, protected and bounded from anything that doesn't serve you, if that makes sense. So I don't know why these cards are reversed. You got the Two of Wands. You guys have this choice, because by making that choice and honoring your truth and listening to divine guidance, that leads you to harmony and balance with not only within your divine masculine self within you, but as a divine feminine, divine masculine, it's balance in relationships. You're going to have that harmony. You're going to be able to maybe even choose and recognize the partnership that really resonates, because when you know that you're the divine feminine, like you truly live that life, like you're truly about that life, you're not just saying it because it's cute to call yourself a queen or a goddess or divine feminine or a god, a divine masculine, and all this stuff. When we truly walk that life and we live from by that we are very unconditional loving to those around us. We also have unconditional love and self-respect for ourselves. We know that we are precious. We know our worth. We know our value. We never let anyone walk over us, no matter how much we love and care about them. We will also be honest and forthcoming with ourselves and with others, because we love ourselves and we love others enough to be honest and forthcoming and truthful. We love ourselves enough to be our authentic selves and walk in our truth and allow others to walk in their truth without trying to conform or shift them to be what you want them to be, or shifting yourself and molding yourself to be what you think other people want you to be, or maybe what they really want you to be. But when you walk in this divine feminine, divine masculine energy in life, you're going to be able to truly recognize what's for you and what is not for you. And that partner, whether some of you guys are going to get that revelation whether someone really is for you or not. And if you're completely single and you're not seeing anybody, you don't have any interest, you're going to be able to discern the reals from the fakes. Who's the true divine masculine? Yeah, this comes with self-love with the Queen of Pentacles. This is the conclusion. So all of this energy is going to lead you to that. And you have the best of both worlds with the Two of Pentacles. You get to see both the shadow and the light side of life. The catalysts, the counterfeits versus the real deals. The true divine masculines, divine feminines. You get to see who's really got your back, who's really truly that of your soul tribe, versus those who are just temporary fillers at the time. You got the Knave of Wands, which is the Page. of Wands. And he's got ideas. He has an idea to plant a seed, and I feel like you guys are going to be led to do that with the Ten of Swords. Anything that was aborted, anything that you thought you couldn't do or you couldn't achieve, is deteriorating. That thought, those negative blocks are being removed. They are dissipating more and more. You love yourself, the more and more you work and heal yourself for you, and you make those decisions. You weigh the pros and the cons of everything. You choose your energies wisely. You choose your investments wisely, and your focus, you're going to get more and more clarity of how to move forward and what to create. And the other stuff will more and more fall away. Those mental blocks and those negative thinking patterns will fall away. It is going to fall away. Is there anything else that I might need to touch on? Anything else that I might need to touch on and tap into when it comes to Friday's energy collectively for those who are meant to resonate? Same cards keep coming out, but you got the Seven of Swords now. The Devil. We're getting past the deception within our own minds and the deception that others may have tried to pull over our eyes with the Hermit card. We are being initiated. We are being initiated, and we have to go through all types of different, we have to see different things from different perspectives. It might feel like our life was just chaotic, and this period of our life was chaotic, but we're coming to a completion. We are being initiated to the next level of our spiritual journey, and we're being divinely led. We're being divinely guided across the other side. The path is open. It might seem scary, but you got to trust. It's like nothing is what it seems. Like things may seem dark and seem chaotic, but nothing is truly as it seems. The monster looks bigger than what he really is. The monster really looks goofy, if you ask me. Like the devil, he doesn't really look that powerful. He doesn't really seem capable of what he threatens us with. So if you guys believe in the entity such as the devil or Satan or whatever you want to call it, remove your ass out of my reading. That power wants you to acknowledge it, because it's like a insecure energy, and this could even be an aspect within the self. There could be people around you that are trying to get at you because they want you to validate them. They feel so less than within themselves that they need you to validate them. Lower vibrational energies are so low in vibration and so weak that they need a light and powerful, strong energy to validate its power, to make it more powerful. But it's just an illusion. It's an illusion. And when you get caught up in that illusion, you'll start to see the very things that are a blessing to you. Because this man, how is this man able to walk amongst these stairs and they're like going all types of crazy ways, and he's still maintaining? And obviously he's upside down, because he's walking upside down because his lantern is facing upward in the reversal, but in the upright it's downward. So that represents, I feel like you guys are so stuck in an illusion, some sort of energy within the self outside of you that's got you so full to believe that the things that you're going through, that may be a shakeup, that may seem abnormal, it may seem crazy, was meant to harm you, when in actuality was meant to enlighten you, to initiate you to the next level. And you're free. You're free from this energy with the Eight of Swords. You guys are freeing yourself. I see it with the Two of Wands. You just have to make that decision. This fairy is afraid to fly out of his cocoon, out of his nest. It's time. You got a decision to make. Are you ready? Because you got the sword to cut yourself out of the Eight of Swords bondage, which you've created for yourself. You've allowed maybe other energies to also make you believe that. And this could be years I'm talking about, but that fear, you have the power to release it. You have the power within you you have the guidance and the knowledge to see in the dark, in the shadow, because you got the lantern, you got the Ace of Swords, you got the Eight of Swords, which has a strong sword standing there right in front of it. She's like, I'm not going to wiggle, I'm not even going to try to shake myself out of this, I'm just going to continue to think I'm stuck. And you're really not stuck. Keep working, because your work is not for naught, and you're being divinely guided through whatever you're working through. So, like I've been saying to clients and close friends I've been reading for lately, your work is not going to go unmissed. Like, everything that you're meant to work through is going to eventually come to you divinely, because your guides are watching you. They're watching your projects. They're going to let you know what the next project is, what the next step is, what is the next thing that you need to heal. So be dedicated to yourselves. Be dedicated to your healing. Be dedicated to the things that you value and prioritize in life. But balance all of that. Find equal balance within those energies. Also find a healthy balance with your spiritual self and your human self. Like, you have to have balance with both. You have to take care of both equally. Just like your earthly family, you also have to be in tune and stay in contact with your spirit family. So you can take that as your soul tribe, people here on earth, or you can take it as your ancestors, your guides, God, whatever. So I'm going to pull a question, empowering question card, and that will conclude today's daily reading for Friday. All right. God bless y'all, whoever's stuck with this and listen, thank you. I feel like I talked your ears off. But what kind of good and beautiful things am I experiencing in this moment? So this is a card of gratitude, asking yourself, what kind of good stuff, good and beautiful things am I currently experiencing in this moment? What is it? And even, what I've learned, and one of my soul sisters, she put this on my heart, and I didn't understand what she meant at the time, but I did when I was going through a release this past Saturday. So she was like, you got to thank God even in the midst of, the bad times or whatever, something along the lines of that, in the midst of the dark times, when something bad, seemingly bad happens to you, or it feels like a setback, or feels like why is this happening to me? This is unfair. You got to thank God through that, because there's a reason. So I was purging and releasing Saturday, it was just coming up, and it was I'm trying to control the feelings and the thoughts that are coming to me, because they bother me, and I don't want to feel them. I don't want to think about them. I don't want to deal with it, because it's making me feel uncomfortable. It's making me feel paranoid. I don't want to do it. And then at some point I just started releasing it all, and it hurt. It was I don't, this hurts, but I got to get it out. So I was just purging, I was releasing, I was thanking God as I was doing it, because I understood that it's not a bad thing that this is coming up. It's coming up because it needs to go. It's leaving. Finally, it's leaving. Thank God it's leaving. It's all coming up now. I don't have to hold on to it. I don't have to align myself with it. It's leaving me once and for all. Thank God for whatever it is I'm releasing. It's gone. And I'm thanking God for that, because that is a blessing. It's not a curse. So thank God through your adversities, but also have gratitude and think about the good times that you, even just being on the couch with your loved ones, and be I'm so happy to have my family here with me, and we're just laughing and talking and whatever, watching TV. Or I'm so happy that I have a place to lay my head at night. I'm so grateful that I have people that support me and love me. I'm so grateful for the lessons that Spirit has taught me. Just sit in the moment and let it go. And I'm telling myself this. I think I'm doing it now as we speak. But I thank God for each and every challenge. I thank God for every blessing in my life, and everything that I thought I couldn't do and couldn't handle. And God showed me I could do that and much more. And I could have much more than what I expected. I thank God for the things that I thought were so terrible that I could never get out of them, and I got out of them. I thank God for the things that I stressed over, not sure if something was going to work out, and it ended up working out beyond my expectations. So I'm so grateful for those things, and I'm sending you guys much love as always. If you guys would like a personal reading with me, please check the description box for more information. If you guys have any questions, I would prefer you guys email me first before you book a reading. If you guys have any questions about it or about my scheduling, to hit me first on Gmail, which is waluchildreadings@gmail.com. I do have emergency readings if you guys feel like you absolutely need a reading at a sooner time than my availability, or you feel like it's something that needs immediate attention. I do offer emergency readings. So you'll get that within 24 hours to 48-hour time frame. So depending on my schedule and also depending on how urgent the situation is. So much love as always.